Welcome. This is our first ever YouTube video.
This is the first vlog.
Hey, don't move. So I thought we would just do the fundamentals. Who are we?
The fundamentals. Let it rip.
How did we meet?
Good one.
Technically, I met him because he asked out my friend first, which is kind of weird. So, our freshman year of high school, we went to 2 different high schools. He went to school with my 2 really good friends at the time. A private school. I probably won't say what school.
So, her 2 closest friends went to my high school. She went to a public high school. We were relatively in the same area, so our schools played each other in sports kind of often. And so, my freshman year, we had a homecoming. It was more of a hoedown throwdown than it was a homecoming. However, I asked one of Jess's best friends to that hoedown throwdown, and Jess.
This is where I come in.
Okay.
So, my friend, I'm not gonna say her name because I didn't ask her. Anyway, Scotty asked her out, so cute. He put a little soccer ball in her locker, and it said will you go to homecoming with me?
That's her favorite color.
Yeah.
I remember. 10 years later.
So I was over at their house, and she's like, oh, look at this soccer ball. This guy, Scotty, asked me to homecoming. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you going with him? And she's like, yeah, there's no one else to go with. So I'll go.
Yikes.
And so then I was like, I need to meet this guy. So his school was playing my school that Friday.
Football.
Coincidence? I think not. And I was like, perfect. I need to meet this guy after the game, introduce us. So Scotty was on the sidelines. Fun fact, I was dating someone at the time, and he gave my boyfriend at the time a concussion during the game. But anyways, so after the game, I met Scotty. He took up his helmet. It was a whole...
It's like a scene from a
Disney
movie.
Channel movie moment.
Steam coming out of my head.
And then I was like, Kate, are you going to date this guy or what? Because this is the most beautiful man I've ever seen. And she's like, I just got to the school, I don't want to start dating someone right away. And I was like, you're an idiot. And so then she was like, well, I'll set you up with him. And I was like, it's never going to happen, but sure. So I basically stalked Scotty. He wasn't into it for a long time. There's some eyelash in your eye. I messaged him on Facebook like an idiot.
Not an idiot.
So embarrassing. I shot my shot and he shot me down.
Okay, before she keeps going, it makes me sound like I'm some sort of tool. She shot her shot at just couldn't have been a worse time. I was in a relationship, a sophomore in high school relationship, so not a very serious relationship, but a relationship nonetheless. So when I'm not gonna, I chose not to respond to the message, to the shot that she took, and so she, yeah.
So he says, I agree to disagree with you on this.
I have
it's
evidence.
okay. My feelings will not be hurt to just say that you didn't like me. I was going through an awkward stage.
No.
It's okay.
Not like you were. What are you talking about?
You remember when me and you stared at each other through the window freshman year?
Yes, you bring this up.
So, I didn't know. I was dumb, apparently. So I was looking in the reflection, and Scotty's looking in the reflection, and I'm staring at him. And he's you were driving, you were parked in your car or something.
Yeah, I had my permit, so.
Staring at him.
I was with my mom driving.
Do you remember that? Did you think this girl is staring? Because you kept going like this.
It was a little weird.
I was thinking
Sure.
no, he can't see the reflection. That's so embarrassing.
Tough.
Anyways, I waited.
You played the long game. It was good.
Yeah, I played the long game. But also, I never stopped thinking about Scotty. He's in my mind. He's just I was obsessed. He's kind of a celebrity crush. I would go to their school events, and I'd be he's kind of an inside joke. Oh, is Scotty going to be there? And then, beautiful day, I get a message on my phone. Facebook Messenger.
What?
Bing! Scotty McLean message. I thought, This has gotta be a spam.
Gotta be a spam.
So when she messaged me sophomore year, she said, "Hey, do you remember me?"
He said, no.
I said, kinda, but not really. And so I hit her with the, "Hey, do you remember me?"
And I said, absolutely.
Of course.
My heart stopped. My jaw dropped to the floor. I didn't even open the message before I sent a screenshot to my friend. And I was like, is this real life?
And I shot my shot. And we went on our first date. And let me tell you, I have never spoken less on a first date in my entire life.
I never stopped talking.
So we went.
I never stopped talking.
She was a hook.
I never stopped.
Oh, I was so nervous. Okay, imagine that you get a date with, like, a celebrity. Like, I've been talking about this guy, dreaming him up in my mind for, 4 years now? Have not talked to him. I had one interaction with him the first time I met him. Then the second time, fate aligned and we ran into each other. I choked. I didn't say a word. Could not talk. So, I was so nervous. So nervous. And we'd been talking, but we didn't meet up. So, it was, awkward, we talked about a lot of things without actually, we didn't even talk on the phone. It was literally just through texting.
Anyway, so she was a hostess at a restaurant, went to the restaurant that she worked at, and we go back to her house, and her mom was having Bible study.
My mom had my grandma, all my aunts, all my mom's closest friends, literally my entire family in my living room. And I'm at a very Italian family, so hugs.
So I met everybody.
He got hugs and
Every
kisses
single
from
one.
everyone. And Scotty doesn't have a big family, so that's not a normal thing to get kissed
Very out of the ordinary.
by old people,
Yes.
older women.
Then we proceeded to go to the basement, and we wanted to watch a scary movie, right? You know,
I was thinking right now in this moment, I'm thank goodness, let's put a movie on, I can finally stop talking, my throat is getting sore.
And so, we made some popcorn, we turned the lights off, we're in the basement, we got a good movie on, it's scary, you'd expect to, have some cuddling, maybe ooh.
Ooh.
And yet the popcorn sat in between us.
It was like this.
And the popcorn bowl was here. Maybe one kernel, two kernels was eaten the entire time. We're eating the entire time.
I was nervous. Our hands are gonna meet in the bowl.
That would have been crazy.
Crazy.
And so then, I'm thinking, all right, I gotta do something. I was thinking, all right, I should scare her. So I'm waiting. The camera angles are changing. You can tell. And I was like,
Oh my gosh, you scared me that time.
and she didn't jump. She didn't budge an inch.
I went like this. Wait, do it again. Anyways.
It was just like that. So literally just that awkward. Alright, so then no one said anything after that. She didn't say
I was done talking.
and I didn't say I said nothing. It was just awkward.
You're on different sides of the couch.
Yeah. And then a few minutes, 20 minutes go by, and the actual scary part, it's really getting intense now in the movie, and her cat jumps up on the armrest that I'm sitting next to and scares the crap out of me. And then I was like, okay, well, one, a little embarrassing, but two, at least there's some comic relief. At least we have something to laugh about. We're not just sitting here awkwardly on a couch.
Did we say that we also sat at the restaurant for 4 hours and didn't eat anything?
We didn't say that, but
We sat at the restaurant for 4 hours. 4. The place was closing. They just didn't eat anything.
And this place has the best chicken tenders ever. So the fact that we didn't eat them is a crime.
But yeah, no, after the date ended, I was like, well, I got my date with the guy that I have been, fantasizing in my mind about. You were, the epitome of, oh.
Did I live up to
And
that?
then I was like, well, I mean, I roomed it. Absolutely. There's not a shot in the entire world that was in any way a good date. So I was like, well, I mean, at least, that was fun. That'll be a memory to live on in my mind.
And then I came back for more.
Oh, also fun fact. The reason that we're married right now, I don't know if you know this.
Wait. You don't know if I know this?
No.
The reason we're married? Okay.
No. The reason that we're married right now is because I made a wish on 11/11.
Of course I knew that.
Hey, how creepy is this? November 11th. Okay, so get this. We started dating in 2014. This is 2011. Scotty doesn't even know my name. me and those same two friends, the one that he asked to homecoming, made a combined list of 11 wishes for our lifespan. Like, I'm talking lifespan. Like, one of them was to die old and gray. So, fingers crossed.
And what day was it? What time was it?
November 11th, 2011 at 11:11. So we wrote out our wishes, and then we wished them at 11:11. All three of us, the same wishes for all of us combined, 11 of them. And on that list, I wrote, "I wish to marry Scotty McLean." I don't know. I believe in wishes.
And on August 24th.
He didn't even know me. We didn't go to the same school. He just messaged the weird girl that stalked him one day. I mean, it took a little while for the universe to process it, but I don't know. Weirder things have happened.
And then
So
on August 24th, 2019,
that wish
popped
came
the
true.
question.
Isn't that kind of weird? Like, do you think that that's
Do you think that that's
true?
It's a little weird.
Do you think that you're under a spell?
I feel like it sometimes, but then I think it's just because I'm in love.
You could be in love just because of...
Love is love, baby.
Love is love, baby.
If I'm in love, I'm in love. 4 and 5 years, and here we are. Just kidding.
And
Yes.
cut. Is that good?
Yeah.
I could subscribe.
Should we have like an outro?
An outro?
Outro.
What's that? Is that a word? Outro.
Outro, yes. There's intros and there's outros.
I've never heard that word. Outro.
Outro, yes.
Outro.
Very popular,
I
very
can't even
used word
say
in
that
social
word.
media. This is my girls right there. This is my baby. And ain't nobody finna touch her.
Oh, you scared her. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, little.
Till next time.
Peace out, Peyton.